The alien royal ship drifted silently at the edge of the system, its engines dim, its hull scarred by battle. Inside, panic spread through crystal halls where light pulsed weakly along the walls. Servants moved quickly, their soft footsteps echoing like distant rain. At the center of the ship, in a chamber shaped like a blooming flower, the alien princess lay dying. Her name was Lyra. Her skin, once bright with gentle color, had faded to a dull gray. Thin lines of light along her arms flickered, struggling to stay alive. The royal healers stood around her, their expressions tight with fear. Every method they knew had failed. Medicines dissolved uselessly in her blood. Energy treatments caused her body pain instead of healing. Ancient machines whispered warnings in tones no one wanted to hear. Lyra's species was ancient, proud, and powerful. They had mastered stars long before humanity learned to leave their homeworld. Yet now, their greatest treasure was slipping away, and nothing could stop it. The cause was poison. Not a simple toxin, but a rare biological weapon used only once in recorded history. It attacked the core of their cellular structure, turning the body against itself. No cure existed. The enemy who had used it had believed that killing the princess would break the empire, without firing another shot, and it was working. A senior healer lowered his head. "We have less than one cycle," he said quietly. Across the room, the alien king stood frozen. He had ruled for centuries, commanded fleets, ended wars, but he could not save his own child. His hands clenched slowly, his voice heavy when he spoke. "Call every ally, every species, every outpost. They are already on their way," an aide replied. "But none have knowledge of this poison." The king's gaze drifted to the stars beyond the chamber window. There was one species they had not truly considered, one they barely understood. Humans. Humanity was young, loud, emotionally reckless. Their technology was clever, but unrefined. Most elder races viewed them with curiosity at best, concern at worst. Yet humans had one trait that unsettled many. They survived things they should not. Hours later, a human medical ship docked with a royal vessel. It was small, angular, and plainly designed. No glowing crystal, no living walls, with just metal and function. A single human doctor stepped into the chamber. His name was Adam. He was not important by human standards, not famous, not brilliant beyond measure, just experienced, calm, and deeply stubborn. His dark uniform was worn, his eyes tired, but steady. He listened in silence as the alien healers explained the poison, the failures, the hopelessness. He watched the machines. He studied Lyra's fading form. Then he asked a question that stunned the room. "Have you tested compatibility with human blood?" The chamber went still. The healers stared at him as if he had suggested magic. The king turned slowly. "Your blood?" the king asked. "Human blood is considered unstable, too aggressive, too reactive." Adam nodded. "True, it attacks anything it doesn't recognize. Bacteria, viruses, foreign cells. That would kill her faster," a healer said sharply. "Or," Adam replied calmly, "it might attack the poison instead." The idea was dangerous, reckless, insulting to centuries of medical knowledge. The healers argued instantly, voices overlapping, lights on their skin flashing with agitation. The king raised his hand. "Explain," he said. Adam took a breath. "Human immune systems evolved on a death. Everything tried to kill us. So our blood doesn't negotiate. It fights sometimes, it fights too hard. But this poison seems to be acting like a living thing. It adapts, it hides. Human blood might not let it." The healers were silent now, disturbed. "And if you're wrong?" the king asked. Adam did not hesitate. "Then she dies as she would anyway." The words were blunt, honest. The king turned back to his daughter. Her breathing was shallow now, her glow barely visible. "What would the process require?" the king asked quietly. "A direct transfusion," Adam said. "Small amount, closely monitored." "That could kill you," one healer said. "Your blood may react violently." Adam shrugged slightly. "I've survived worse." The king studied the human for a long moment. Then he bowed his head. "Do it." The chamber transformed into controlled chaos. Human equipment was brought in, adapted hastily to alien systems. Lines were connected, monitors recalibrated. Adam sat beside the princess, rolling up his sleeve. When the needle pierced his arm, he barely flinched. As the first drop of human blood entered Lyra's system, alarms screamed. Her body reacted instantly. Light flared along her veins, harsh and erratic. Her muscles tensed. The poison responded, spreading faster, attempting to overwhelm the foreign intrusion. The healers shouted to stop Adam. "Watch the monitors closely." "Wait," he said firmly. "Give it time." Seconds stretched like hours. Then something changed. The poison slowed where it once flowed smoothly. It now fractured, breaking into fragments. Human blood cells swarmed it, surrounding it, attacking relentlessly. The readings shifted from collapse to conflict. Lyra gasped. Her back arched as she drew in a sharp breath, her eyes snapping open in shock. Light surged through her body, not weak and flickering, but fierce. The healers stared in disbelief. "It's working," one whispered. Adam's vision blurred as his blood pressure dropped. He gripped the chair, forcing himself to stay conscious. The poison began to retreat, piece by piece. It was destroyed. Minutes later, the alarms fell silent. Lyra's breathing steadied. Color returned to her skin. The glow along her arms settled into a calm, steady rhythm. She was alive. Adam slumped forward, barely catching himself before falling. Medics rushed to him, disconnecting the line, stabilizing his vitals. The king fell to his knees beside his daughter, overcome. When Lyra finally awoke fully, she saw an unfamiliar figure resting nearby, pale, human, alive. She learned what he had done. Word spread across the ship, then across the Empire, then across the stars. A human had saved the alien princess with nothing but his own blood. But the story did not end there. Days passed. Lyra recovered faster than any healer predicted. Not only was the poison gone, but her body was stronger. Her cells adapted, reinforced by remnants of human blood that had integrated rather than faded. She could withstand environments that once harmed her. Her immune system responded faster. Her lifespan projections shifted upward. The healers were stunned. Human blood had not only saved Dot, it had changed her. Adam recovered too, though slowly. When he was finally able to leave his quarters, he found himself summoned to the throne chamber. The king stood, regal and solemn. Lyra stood beside him, fully restored, her glow bright. "You gave without hesitation," the king said. "You expected nothing in return." Adam scratched the back of his neck. She needed help. Lyra stepped forward. She bowed, a gesture of deep respect. "My life is bound to yours," she said softly. "Not by law, by choice." The Empire listened. From that day on, humanity was no longer seen as reckless children of the stars. They were survivors, weapons not of destruction, but of endurance. And somewhere among the stars, a simple human doctor became the proof that sometimes the most powerful thing a species can offer is its willingness to bleed for another.